Eddie Howe's goalkeeping revolution just claimed another victim. With Dubravka officially gone and Ramsdale settling in, is Newcastle's forgotten Greek keeper about to disappear into Spanish silence? What's up, Toon Army? This is NUFC Quick News, your source for raw black and white passion. Today we're diving into the domino effect that's reshaping our entire goalkeeping department. Let's get into it. While Martin Dubravka's departure to Burnley grabbed the headlines, there's another goalkeeper story that reveals far more about Newcastle's transfer strategy. And it's one the mainstream media is completely missing. Odysseas Vlachodimos, our forgotten $20 million signing, is about to vanish into Spanish football, and the circumstances are absolutely damning. The Greek international is on the brink of joining Sevilla on loan, and here's the part that should infuriate every Newcastle supporter. We're going to subsidize his wages to make it happen. That's right, we're paying for our own mistake to play elsewhere. Are you outraged that we're bankrolling a $20 million flop to rebuild his career at another club? How did we get this so spectacularly wrong? This isn't just poor transfer business, it's a masterclass in how PSR regulations can force clubs into disastrous decisions. Vlachodimos was never meant to be a football signing. He was an accounting move, pure and simple, brought in as part of the Elliot Anderson deal to Nottingham Forest to balance the books. The expectation was that he'd compete with Nick Pope for the #1 spot. Instead, he became third choice behind Pope and even Martin Dubravka, who himself has now left for Burnley. One appearance in a Carabao Cup tie. That's Vlachodimos' entire Newcastle legacy. Sevilla see Vlachodimos as their potential first choice keeper for the 2025-26 season, which tells you everything about the gulf between our Champions League ambitions and where he actually belongs. The Spanish Giants are rebuilding their goalkeeping department and view the 31-year-old Greek international as the perfect solution. What makes this even more frustrating is that Vlachodimos recently rejected a lucrative offer from Mexican side Pumas because he specifically wanted to stay in Europe. La Liga represents exactly what he was holding out for. Competitive football, European exposure, and a chance to resurrect his career before the 2026 World Cup. Do you think this loan move proves we never gave Vlachodimos a proper chance, or was his fate sealed from the moment he arrived? From a financial perspective, this deal makes sense for everyone except Newcastle supporters who will watch us pay for his rehabilitation elsewhere. His current market value has plummeted to just $5 million, according to Transfermarkt, meaning we've lost $15 million in value in just 12 months. That's catastrophic asset management by any measure. The PSR implications are crystal clear. We can't afford to sell him at a massive loss, but keeping him serves no sporting purpose. A subsidized loan represents the least damaging option available, even if it leaves supporters feeling completely ripped off. Aaron Ramsdale's arrival from Southampton on a season-long loan with an option to buy changes everything. This isn't just squad rotation, it's succession planning for the Nick Pope era. At 27, Ramsdale represents England's future between the sticks, while Pope, now 33, is entering his final years at the top level. What Eddie Howe has created is genuine competition for the #1 spot. Both keepers know that whoever performs better has a realistic chance of making England's 2026 World Cup squad. That's the kind of pressure that elevates performance levels across the board. But here's what's fascinating. Some Newcastle supporters are genuinely excited about Ramsdale despite his relegation record. The argument is compelling. He was player of the season at both Bournemouth and Sheffield United during their relegation campaigns, suggesting individual quality isn't the issue. Are you buying into the Ramsdale hype? Or do you think 3 relegations is a red flag we can't ignore? This goalkeeping reshuffle reveals Eddie Howe's ruthless side that many supporters don't fully appreciate. Dubravka served us brilliantly for 7 years, but sentiment doesn't win Champions League football. Vlachodimos was expensive but ineffective. Emotional attachment to transfer fees won't change that reality. Ramsdale brings 183 Premier League appearances and international experience to a squad that needs depth across multiple competitions. While others focus on his relegations, Howe sees a keeper who's performed at the highest level for Arsenal and understands pressure situations. The financial management is equally impressive. We're converting a $20 million mistake into a Spanish loan that reduces our wage bill while potentially developing an asset we could eventually sell. Meanwhile, Dubravka's sale, though undisclosed, removes another significant salary from our books. What's your prediction for our goalkeeping situation next season? Will Pope hold on to the #1 spot, or could Ramsdale force his way in? With these changes, Newcastle now have the youngest and most competitive goalkeeping department in years. Pope's experience combined with Ramsdale's hunger creates exactly the environment Eddie Howe thrives in. Internal competition driving external success. The Vlachodimos exit, while financially painful, removes a distraction and frees up squad space for players who will actually contribute. Sometimes the best signings are the ones that don't work out, if you handle the aftermath correctly. This goalkeeping revolution reflects Newcastle's broader transformation under challenging circumstances. Despite having no permanent sporting director after Paul Mitchell's sudden departure mid-transfer window, and with CEO Darren Eales on extended leave due to health reasons, the club is still making decisive moves. Eddie Howe, supported by interim recruitment staff, is driving these changes with the backing of a Saudi-backed ownership. The Toon Army deserves transparency about these moves, and that's exactly what we're providing here. While other channels focus on surface-level speculation, we're diving into the financial realities and tactical implications that actually matter. Smash that like button if you're buzzing about our new goalkeeping setup, and hit subscribe to never miss a Toon update. Drop your predictions in the comments. Will Ramsdale or Pope start the season opener? Until next time, stay proud, stay loud, and always keep the faith. Away the lads!